Ben Dubose, AMP Media, thrilled to be joined by our keynote speaker in Houston for the 2026 AMP Annual Conference and Expo, John Gucci Foley. You've got an incredible story, former U.S. Blue Angels pilot.
Yes.
Your keynote is entitled Ignite a Culture of Excellence. Tell us a little bit about what it's going to be like.
Well, first off, it's going to be an experience, okay? I love this stage. We're going behind the scenes, lots of video. What we're actually going to do is unpack what are the processes, but more importantly, what's the mindset behind a high-performance team? And we'll go into the briefs and the debriefs. We'll talk about trust. We'll talk about teamwork. I hold this helmet up. We're going to talk about a culture of excellence and a culture of caring. So it'll be pretty cool.
So how did your career transition into this? Because obviously you were a very successful pilot with the Blue Angels. Now you're into public speaking. How did your success in the former lead to what you're doing today?
Well, it's a great question. I think we always learn from our past experiences. So prior to even the military, I played football in college, right? And that's a team sport. And then you get into the military. I started flying jets off aircraft carriers. Then was fortunate to fly with the Blue Angels. After that, I went back in a leadership role in the Navy, but then I transitioned out into the business world. I worked in venture capital in Silicon Valley, and I started thinking about high performance teams and how, and safety and teamwork and trust. How does this all come together? And you know, it's been 25 years and over 2,000 companies where we're sharing this high performance message on culture and excellence.
So you did an interview with one of our editors leading up to today's keynote, and there was a quote from you that really resonated. You don't rise to the occasion, you default to your training. Excellence isn't an event, it's a system of behaviors represented every day. And I thought that quote was so good because it really speaks to the heart of AMP and why your message potentially applies to this audience, right? This idea that it's not about being a superhero and having one day where when the pressure's on you step up. No, it's about every day getting a little bit better, being in the right, getting in the right headspace, getting your body right to step up when your number is called, to use a sports analogy. And you know, AMP's making a new announcement today as far as TalentForce. There's a huge workforce development component to this conference. Is that sort of how you see your message fitting in with materials protection and performance?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's nothing that you can just do one day. We do it day in and day out, every day, and we're getting a little bit better. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to go and use the Blue Angel methodology of how we build a brief center point debrief. So the preparation, the focus, every day, the alignment of your team, connect, align, commit, and then we'll go into the debrief. And now wait for everyone to see how we go about what I call the 5 dynamics of a successful debrief. This is how you get better. Number 1, you gotta have a safe environment, respect. Number 2 is you gotta check your ego at the door. This is about humility. It's about the we together, not the I. Third is you gotta have open and honest communication. I like to say lay it on the table. Fourth is the accountability piece. Now, what I like to talk about is own it and fix it, own the outcome. But you know what the 5th is? This is the game changer. It's the glad to be here.
That's right.
It's joyful effort. When you bring in joyful effort and gratitude into those processes that you talked about, we need those processes, now you get something magical. And they're gonna see it. We won't even just talk about it, they'll experience it.
Yeah, and when I saw the word training, I couldn't help but think AMP, because that's a big pillar of what AMP is about. When these attendees leave today, what do you hope that they're feeling? What do you want them to take into their job the rest of this week and beyond?
Well, I know that they'll have the excellence and the continuous improvement. My hope is that glad to be here takes on a deeper and richer meaning. And that is you're part of something special. What you do makes a difference in the world. And I want them to feel that in their hearts, not just their heads.
Absolutely. Great message. John, thank you so much for the time. He's John Gucci Foley, former U.S. Blue Angels pilot. I'm Ben Dubose, news editor, AMP Media. Thanks for watching.
Glad to be here.